world can be a dark and disturbing place, filled with terrifying monsters. Creatures, whose horrifying stories reverberate throughout our collective consciousness. Today we will investigate just such a creature. One that exists by different names in every country of Southeast Asia. The Penanggalan. Malaysian vampire legends are bizarre, visceral nightmares, where a man can be throttled to death with entrails, eaten from the inside by ghoulish crickets, or drained of blood, before he's even born. The Penanggalan is a gruesome Malaysian version of a vampire, stemming from Malay Ghost Myths. The name is derived from the word, tanggai, which means, to remove, or take off. And for the Penanggalan, this description is quite literal, because it manifests as a floating, disembodied woman's head, with its trailing organs still attached. There are several variations of this legend in Southeast Asia, that seem to have arisen simultaneously. The Burmese, Kepen, is the disembodied head and stomach of a wizard who drinks the very souls of the living. The Phai Krasu of Thailand is a crawling, long-tongued Penanggalan look-alike, who feeds on blood, intestines and excrement, straight from the rear end of her victims. In Malaysian folklore, Penanggalan are mortal women who have made a ritual pact with a demonic entity to gain supernatural powers. The pact itself is not what creates a Penanggalan, but rather the breaking of said pact. For a mortal woman to receive such powers, she must make several promises, while meditating during a ritual bath in vinegar, with her whole body submerged, except for the head. At this point in the ceremony, the woman recites certain promises, which are unclear in specificity. One such promise is rumored to be abstinence from the consumption of meat for 40 days. And if this, or any other pacts made, are broken, she will become the cursed, vampiric creature. From dawn to dusk, she will appear as a normal living person, but when darkness falls, her head will detach from the body, trailing all of her internal organs behind her, as she incessantly hunts for human blood. Before sunrise, a Penanggalan will return to its static, motionless body, before resuming its human guise. It will soak its trailing organs in a vat of vinegar, before reattachment. This both cleans and shrinks the organs, making for a much easier entry through the open neck. As traditional Malay dwellings are stilt houses, the Penanggalan will hide under the stilts of the houses of pregnant women, awaiting for the newborns to come into the world. Then she will strike. She will insert her long invisible tongue through a window, a door, or a crack in the roof, and will feed on the blood of the newborn and the mother. Whenever possible, the Penanggalan will not just drain the blood, but will also consume the flesh. For this reason, a Penanggalan will seek out work as a midwife, or any other job that will bring them closer to pregnant women and newborn children. Those who a Penanggalan have fed on and survived will suffer from a wasting disease that only a specific kind of shaman, called a bomo, can cure. The bomo was also required to heal very large painful open sores that were inflicted upon any hapless victim who merely brushed up against the exposed, dripping entrails. There are several ways to protect oneself from a Penanggalan, and most of these take the form of hanging sharp thorny leaves in doorways and on surfaces. This would either trap or injure the exposed lungs, stomach and intestines of the Penanggalan, as it flies in search of its prey. These thorns on the vine can also be looped around the windows of a house, in order to snare the trailing organs. This is commonly done when a woman has just given birth. The shards of glass glued to the top of the walls around a house serve the same purpose, in addition to protecting against thieves. Once the Penanggalan leaves its body, and is safely away, it may be permanently destroyed, by either pouring pieces of broken glass into the empty neck cavity, which will sever the internal organs when it reattaches itself to the body, or by sanctifying the body, and then destroying it by cremation. Another way to put an end to the phenomena, is to somehow prevent the Penanggalan from reattaching to its body by sunrise, thus killing it. In widespread stories throughout Malaysian folklore, a non-lethal way to expose the Penanggalan was thought to be possible. It consisted of turning over the body just before the moment of recoupling, thus causing the head to be facing backwards, thereby revealing to everyone the true nature of the creature. And that concludes today's video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it as much as I've enjoyed making it. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe. It is very much appreciated. And if you would like to directly contribute to the making of content on this channel, please consider donating via Patreon. Until next time, thanks for watching, and goodbye.